Welcome along to another episode of the Stumble Across podcast. Then this is where we find someone online, we invite them for a chat knowing very little about them, and we get into a conversation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course leave a little review if you can. Being a new podcast, that is definitely what helps us climb the charts if we can. That's what we're aiming for. But we're just here to have a conversation and to see how it goes. And do you see when I scroll through Instagram, and I don't know about you, but the little search icon when you go to search for pages and it kind of gives you suggestions of what you should be following, mine is a lot of food. There's a lot of food, there's a lot of cars, there's a lot of sunset pictures, but it's mostly food. And on today's episode we have Amy, who is under the handle Sips and Tips on Instagram. You'll find out all about Amy, and really we just talk a lot about food. So let's get into today's episode.
So my name's Amy McGuckin, and I think you have stumbled across me from my Instagram, which was Sips and Tips, I think, which is my food blog. So I don't know what you know about me now, but that's all I know so far.
I mean, one of my most, if you know, you go on the wee search thing on Instagram and it tells you kind of what you've been looking at recently,
Yeah.
and it tells you what pages. Food is definitely up there for me. It's definitely on my Instagram.
Yeah, well, 100% same. It's a big thing for me.
So you are a food blogger then, is that right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I could technically call myself a food blogger yet. I wouldn't
Okay.
know if I'd use the term, the influencer term, but yeah, I definitely do it for fun. And it's a bit of crack, and it's just something I really like doing. So yeah, I have an Instagram for it, as long with my Instagram for myself. So technically, yes.
Yeah. And I mean, food and Instagram, they just go hand in hand.
I know, it was one of those things. It was just, I was one of those people, I think people do get annoyed by it, but I would be out for dinner or food with my friends, and the food would come around and I would be going, wait, everybody stop, I need to get a picture.
Yeah,
And
so
then
true.
I just started to clog up my own Instagram basically with food photos, and thought, I don't really know if the people who are following me actually want to see that. So maybe I should make a new account for it. So that's how it started. And that's what I've been doing with it.
Right, let's talk food then, right? So I want to talk about the Christmas market. A lot of
Yeah.
people say to me, it's overrated. What do you think?
Controversial,
Isn't
very
it?
controversial for people in Northern Ireland. It's a big deal.
I know.
I mean, I was in it Saturday past there, and it was absolutely crazy busy. And now it was a whistle stop tour. Like, I will be returning to it and doing it properly.
Yeah.
But that's very
You can't do it.
controversial.
You can't do it all in one sitting. It's
No,
impossible. You can't do
not
it.
if you want to do it right, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I know. So
Yeah,
true.
it depends what they're getting. If they're saying it's overrated, no, that's very
Yeah.
controversial.
I know. Because what is your first thing to go for?
Well, this is what I always say. Now, I think this is a secret, but it's probably not with the amount of people that go to the market. But when people walk in, they always go for the burgers at the front, which I haven't tried. So no judgment to the burgers at the front, with the strange burgers and different animals or whatever.
Kangaroo burgers,
But there's a burger place at the back, and it is my go-to place. And it's the burger to go to.
What about the mini pancakes?
Oh, the Dutch pancakes, yeah,
Oh,
have to do it.
do
And
you
it's the
like
sort of thing, yeah, like I love the market, and like I say, oh, it's amazing to see what's new. But whenever I go around the market, like I do get the exact same thing every year, so I don't know how much I can really judge.
I was the same until I went. So I was there last night, right? And what I got last time was, do you remember the big Yorkshire puddings? And like the whole Christmas dinner was inside the
Yes.
Yorkshire puddings. I didn't see that. I didn't come across that.
Oh, was it not
No, I
there?
didn't see it. No. So what I ended up was poutine. Is that the right word to say that?
Is that like the
The
chips?
Canadian one. Yeah. Chips,
Ah, okay.
cheese, turkey, cranberry, and gravy sauce all over the top.
Oh,
So
was it good?
it was good. It's one of those
Yeah.
things that didn't sound good on paper, but no, I
Oh
must
no,
say,
that
like,
does sound good. That does
I
sound
would
good.
definitely go back. Yeah, out of
Yeah.
10, what are you rating the Christmas market?
Christmas market out
Food-
of
No,
10.
this is
Just
food
food,
wise.
the whole experience.
Yeah.
Okay, just food. I'm gonna give it a 8. Because I just think it's nostalgic as well.
That's
It's just
high.
every
That's
year
pretty
it's the
high.
same. You're not really let down, in my opinion. If you go for the burger and you go for the Dutch pancakes, I've never been let down, so I'd say a solid 8.
Have you been to the toasty stand?
No, didn't see
Oh
it.
my god, the toasty! They have literally anything that you can imagine in a toasty. It's incredible.
Oh,
I
very
think they're actually
nice.
local as well. I think they're from Belfast. Do places kind of know who you are? Like, I don't mean know who you are. I mean, like, when you
Yeah.
sit down, you start taking photos, and You look at the food in a certain way.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know because it's so common and some people do it anyway. It's
Yeah.
not like, well, because I don't have loads and loads of followers or anything, it's not like I'm coming in and I think I'm a food critic or anything. And to be honest, when I'm putting stuff up, it's normally only places I like. If there's somewhere I've been and I don't really like it, I don't really want to post it because I don't want places to think I'm in to judge them in that way.
Yeah.
And maybe I was in a bad day. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but I will always go in and do the likes of, yeah, taking the photos and talk to them about the food. Like, I love to know, you know, what they're doing, or especially if it's somewhere new coming up in
Mhm,
Belfast,
mhm,
I love to know what they're doing, why they like it, you know, what their like influence are, and just to be able to talk about the food in a better way.
mhm,
So
mhm.
that's definitely the long-term goal. Obviously, Sips and Tips is really small at the minute and was just a hobby, and I've now started to be more consistent with it and thought, you know what, if this is something I like doing, you know, and maybe we'll turn in hopefully to a point where I'm getting things like invites and all, you know, all that good stuff. But at the minute, it's just a hobby. And if people ask me about it, I'll tell them, no problem. But it's just a bit of fun at the minute.
Because this is the thing, like during lockdown, it seemed to open up a whole craze, like especially the whole, collection from restaurants and all. Now, all the wee pop up markets and like, have you been to like the Haymarket and the Common Market?
Yeah,
And
trade market and everything like
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
was actually
yeah.
trade market the weekend as well, and I feel like it's everyone's so creative now with the food. So it'll be like, oh, maybe it's you know, like the likes you were saying, like it's chips, but it's like a bit of a twist. And there's just small like wee creative things. I think Belfast is really up and coming in that way because it used to be, you know, maybe you'd go away to somewhere like a bigger city like London, and you'd be saying, oh, there was all this stuff you couldn't get at home, and I feel like real Belfast is really coming into its own, especially with food.
Right. So, what would be like your choice of the perfect dish? Right, if you're heading away, something that you can't get here.
Well, say it's summer or something. I love sushi, and yes, you can get sushi here, but I just
No,
feel like there's sushi in every. Are you not a sushi person?
no, no.
But
Even the word turns me.
I think I don't think it would work in Northern Ireland in a big way, like it would,
Mm.
because so many people aren't really into it, and I just feel like, yeah. But that definitely is my go-to. Sticking with it, it's my go-to. But it's just so big. Like I was in London a couple of weeks ago, and it's every corner sushi, and it's just a big thing. But no, I don't think Northern Irish people are ready for sushi yet.
And not to be controversial, does it not all taste the same?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Right.
Well, it
Okay.
depends what you get. You know, if you
Yeah.
like what you like, you're gonna get similar things. But yeah, no, you can get ones that I feel like if you're just on the way into sushi, maybe like chicken or whatever, but you can get ones with loads of different type of fish, loads of different type of seasoning. But no, I haven't gone on to cooking sushi yet either. So
See, in my
that's
head,
another
when you
step.
say sushi, it's just like raw fish. That's all I have in my. That's probably the wrong thing to think.
Yeah. No, you can get like you can get chicken and avocado and stuff like that and sort of
Yeah.
easier way in if you're not a fish person. But no, that's definitely my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. The ones where like it goes on a big belt and you see them clear in
Yeah,
front
you
of
know,
you.
like you
Yeah.
sushi, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
or just
Mhm.
even restaurants like, well, like the likes of Zen's very good sushi, and there's loads of places like Kamakura and Belfast really up and coming. So hopefully it'll become a bigger thing, but maybe not in your world.
Yeah. So, well, and when you go abroad, is that the thing that you're looking for?
Yeah, most of the time. Well, if it's like a summer holiday, I love it in a summer holiday type thing, like you know, like a bit of beach club or whatever. But yeah, probably. But I just think anybody from Northern Ireland, well, this is sort of a bit of a stereotype, but everybody's going to be after a few days of anything slightly out of your comfort zone. Everybody's looking for chicken, potatoes, and vegetables at
We
some
just
point.
why we hate it. We just hate it. We hate
Yeah,
everything else about. Because I remember I
yeah,
went to Poland for the first time, and there was duck and lemon sauce, and I'd never had duck before, and I thought, what a strange thing to eat. And I just felt like, can you not just give me chicken and chips? Because
yeah. Like
I just
you're always going to want chips,
yeah.
100%.
Because like it's just the first time you go away, you're just so sheltered. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I know it's like if you're ever in a like an all-inclusive hotel or a buffet or something like that and everybody's going around and you see people. I remember it was like breakfast and people are having cheese and and everybody else is just going, right, I'm going for the fry.
Yeah, I know, I
You
know.
can't be ashamed about it. You just need to do it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's foreign holidays when you go to and you just feel like you have to have everything, even though you don't
Yeah.
like it. You get it on your plate anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just because it's there,
Yeah.
100%.
Let's talk a little bit back home then. So for a takeaway,
A
what is your
takeaway. Oh, I'm really toss up between Chinese and Indian, but it's definitely one of them. I think you can't really beat a Chinese from Northern Ireland. Well, a few of my friends have moved to London and they just say you can't, it's just not the same. I've no
yeah,
idea
yeah,
why. I haven't tried it over there, but everybody says you can't beat a Northern Irish Chinese, which is
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
strange thing to say, but it's
It
apparently
is.
true.
Are you ordering the same thing every time? Do you go through the
Oh,
menu and kind of
every
like,
time. No,
yeah,
no, no.
yeah,
Every time. I like to say I'm adventurous with food, but not with the Chinese. You have to stick with the classics, in my
yeah,
opinion. Always
yeah.
honey chili chicken, salt and chili chip, curry sauce. Always.
I did try the black bean. a few
Oh
months
yeah,
ago for the
I
first
have had it before.
for the first time in my life, and I was surprised. It was okay. It was all right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what's your go-to?
It's definitely pretty boring. Chicken curry. It's the salt and chili chips. But
Can't beat it.
Indian is up there now for me
Yeah.
more
Well,
than
agreed,
Chinese.
agreed. Oh,
Yeah,
really? Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's the view that Indian is more healthy than Chinese. I don't know how true that is.
It does seem it. I don't know. Maybe because it's not like, well, I was gonna say not fried, but definitely is fried.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't feel as greasy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just
yeah,
say it's the health option.
yeah, yeah. If because I'm not to name drop restaurants here, but New Delhi, like that's
Yeah,
I've never had a bad experience in New Delhi.
yeah. Well, Mumbai is my absolute favorite. I think
Uh-huh.
quarter. It's just my absolute favorite. Takeaways, I'd shop around in the takeaways, but that's my favorite restaurant, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And like I was saying, like the whole lockdown thing, like restaurants that didn't do takeaways are now doing takeaways. Like it's one of those things that a kind of a good thing to come out of COVID if that's such a thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's well, one of those things I'd never have thought about going to a restaurant and getting a takeaway Sunday dinner before. And lockdown,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
something we did,
Hmm,
which is
hmm.
really strange, but it was
Yep.
good. And I thought, right, okay, it's restaurant quality food at home, so I don't
Yeah.
really see why not.
When we're talking about food, right? Is there certain foods that you now like that you hated when you were younger?
Yeah, olives, definitely
Oh yeah,
olives.
olives. Yeah, that's a good one.
For
Hmm.
some reason, I feel like olives are one of those foods. You know the way there's things like maybe red wine would have been the same, just
Hmm,
something like
hmm.
you don't like it, you don't like it, you don't like it, and if you have it enough times, you're like, oh, this is actually lovely now. And I think
Yeah.
it was one of those things. They were just always about. Maybe whenever my parents were having people over for drinks, or they would just been sitting there, and I would have thought it was disgusting, and then
Hmm,
all of a
hmm.
sudden now I love them. I
Yeah, yeah.
was like, is this me growing up now?
And and red wine is a typical like you do feel old
Yeah,
as soon as you like red
yeah,
wine.
yeah.
It's
It's
just
like, oh, is it bad? This is nice now.
it's downhill. It's downhill. And one of the things being Black Friday was a week ago now. So the air fryers, right? Have you got an air fryer?
Hmm. Yes, I do have an air fryer.
How
Do
life
you?
changing is that? I do. I only got one a couple months ago. Life changing.
Unbelievable. Yeah. They're so good. You could just stick anything in there and it's ready.
Because do you know my struggle? You make things at home a lot, do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what your kind of Instagram is a lot of the
Well,
time?
the Instagram definitely started off with me being more I'm going out and about in Belfast and going to restaurants and bars. And originally, it actually started with me thinking, okay, it's going to be cocktails, and that's why it's
Yeah.
sips and tips, and it was
Hmm,
going to be
hmm.
me
Oh, very
rating
good.
how bad are the cocktails. And then it
Hmm.
just started because
You get
I
too drunk.
eat a lot more food than I drink a lot of cocktails, so
Yeah.
it would be
Hmm.
bad if I had enough content every single week to be posting about a cocktail. So it just turned into food really as well. Yeah, so it was me going out and about, and now my boyfriend, he was really really good at cooking, so he started to cook, and I just thought I might as well be videoing this and getting content out of it. So yes, I can cook, but he's on another level. I would be making chicken, potatoes, and vegetables during the week, and he's going, okay, we're going to make a jus, or we're going to, are we going to have a puree?
A
And
jus?
do a
Never heard
puree.
of it.
Like he's like, you see, I just that just wouldn't come into my head. That's
No,
what I
no.
see on the restaurant menu. So
Yeah.
he was making things like that. So I thought,
Hmm.
yes, I'm going to record it, and it has got me even more into food, just learning a bit more about it. But yeah, I'm not on that level yet.
Because, like, do you think you can? I always have the impression where you can either know about food or you don't know about food. Do
Yeah,
you know
I
that
think
in that
it's
kind of way?
if you like it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
some people like really love like food. Some people just don't really like it. Like I know people who have said to me before, "Oh, food, it's just sort of fuel. Like I couldn't be bothered eating lunch." Like I don't know about you, but I've never not been bothered about eating lunch in
I
my
know, I know.
life,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
don't know when that's going to happen to
My
me.
body feels it. See if I get to 1 o'clock and I've not ate, can't function,
Yeah,
can't
no,
function.
I don't know how
And
anybody forgets it.
and to those people who have the same thing every single day for lunch, that's
How?
it's such a waste.
I
It's such a
know.
waste of
What
your
about
life.
everything else? Yeah.
It's,
Oh,
it's
100%. Couldn't agree with you more
yeah,
there.
yeah. So yeah, because when you're cooking in the kitchen, I kind of struggle with the timings. So that's the thing that I struggle with, right? So that
Yeah.
has to be ready at that time. That has to be ready in 20 minutes. That's that degree, and that's just, the air fryer. The wee sync button in the air fryer has saved my life.
Oh, we have a fancy air fryer that has sink. Oh, I don't have
Oh,
different drawers on mine.
I got the two drawer. Yeah,
Oh, I need to get that. Oh, that maybe that would have been a good Black Friday deal. No, I didn't go. We just have one from. I think it was probably a lockdown purchase. And it's a one drawer.
impossible to get your hands on. Really, really impossible. Because you have the two
Really?
drawers, so you said this one's at 200 degrees, this one's at 220. You don't put the timings in, press the sync, and so I don't know how it works, but somehow
Oh
they both come out.
wow.
They both come out at the same time.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's another level of air frying.
Now, that's to mean I couldn't use a normal air fryer. If it was just
Yeah.
one drawer, we know what to do with
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
definitely need to get onto that.
Now, on talking about going out and rating food, have you came across Rate My Takeaway on YouTube?
Yes, I have.
Oh
Well, I
my
don't know if
god.
it's maybe it's not the YouTube one, but there's a Facebook one that I've seen, and it like they come up. It's like rate my plate. Maybe that's what I've seen.
Oh no, that's okay. That's another. Okay, we'll get onto that in a minute. Rate My Takeaway. It's this guy from, I think he's from Leeds. He sounds like Peter
Okay.
Kay, right? And he goes out and about, and he goes around takeaways. He brings his own wee chair, brings his own wee table with him, and it's the funniest thing I've ever watched. But he's very good at describing food.
Yeah. Oh my
Because
word! I need to watch this.
I would struggle with that. See if you sit down to a meal and someone says, "What was that like?" I struggle to get the words out. I struggle to describe tastes.
Yeah.
Is that,
Okay. Oh,
do
I
you know
need to
what I
see.
mean?
And is it just normal takeaways he does? Just
Yes, he does. He
average
does
ones?
everything. He was in Dublin. I think he was in the chip shop in Dublin. I can't remember the name
And
of it
has he
now.
been to
One of
Belfast
the oldest
yet?
ones hasn't been in Belfast, and
Oh, he needs to come.
and there's loads of comments telling him to come over here, but he's so big now. Like he's making so much money just by going out, sitting outside a takeaway, and like he goes to people's houses and all sometimes, and then
Oh,
they make him
right.
meals, but he won't go in. He This is his thing. Is even
Ah.
restaurants, he would be sitting on the street with his wee table and his wee chair, and he'd be doing his thing. But it's
Oh,
hilarious. It's
unreal.
so funny.
Oh, I love stuff like that when it's so simple. It's like the guy, the rap guy, and on TikTok. I don't know if you're TikTok, and he's loads. He just makes raps basically out of anything. Oh, it's amazing. There's one, and he does like a Chinese takeaway one, and he puts his whole Chinese order, gets
Oh
all the
my god.
boxes, puts them in one wrap, and just wraps it up and eats it, and it looks incredible. He's done
That's
really well.
so good. That's such a good idea.
I know.
That's so good. And what was the other one? Yeah, Rate My Plate.
Yeah, rate my plate.
How
But
how how
there's weird things come up on that.
I know, because when I sit here and say I'm not very good at cooking, I am not that level. Like some of them are a disaster.
Yeah, some of them actually
Like
make me scared.
so, talking like weird combinations. Do you have like a favorite weird combination that you know? The people say, "Oh, like McDonald's chips and
Yes, but
the ice
people are going to
cream."
judge me for my weird combination. It's very weird.
Right, hit it.
It was more when I was younger, but I remember going to it was Villa Italia in Belfast and
Hmm.
ordering. This is really I'm actually embarrassed to say this out loud, but it's true. I ordered tuna and banana on a pizza.
My God.
But I mean, it's good. I swear it's good. And I don't actually know if I could eat that now or if I was just a really weird child. Like everybody else is getting ham and pineapple, and I swear to God that's what I used
Mm.
to get.
Now, I'm with the pineapple. I'm with pineapple totally. Yeah, the tuna. I think it's the aftertaste.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
know,
I haven't tried this since I could say 7 years old, but yeah,
right,
very
right.
strange.
Tuna and banana. Right, okay. Right,
Yeah.
no, I can't. I'm trying to think if I can
And I
beat that.
used
I
to
can't
make
even
it
beat that.
and it would arrive out.
Oh my
What's
God.
yours? Is it
What
that
about
weird?
the? No, it's not that weird at all. Like mine's simple things like putting custard and ice cream together.
Oh, that
I
doesn't
know it's not weird.
sound.
I can't.
You know what?
No, there's
I'd be
nothing
proud
wrong
of
with weird.
myself if I didn't have a weird thing.
There's a place around the corner during lockdown. They were putting all these weird things on pizza. They had well, they started to do kebab meat on pizza, but that seems to be a thing now. Like
Oh,
pizza
yeah,
places
I'd say
putting
that
all
would
these
be
things on.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always sort of the fan of, well, I know I can't say this now, I've just said that I like banana and tuna on pizza, but I'm always one of those people, I just think the less the better on pizza. Like, I just now go for pepperoni, and I think it is nice to try different ones, but you see, whenever people put, like, it's like a whole meal on their pizza, no,
I know.
too much.
I know. Popcorn chicken and all, and I
Yeah,
just don't get it. Don't get it.
just have
No.
it separately.
As for like, if you are out and about, so where's been your favorite place? Let's start Belfast then. What has been? Has there something that's been totally blowing your mind?
Well, the thing I sort of like, well, whenever I started to video places, I was videoing a lot of fine dining restaurants. So I would
Hmm.
went to the likes of Muddler's Club in Belfast, which I have never tasted a nicer meal in my entire life. I don't know if it's because we didn't realize it at the time, but we actually were there in Michelin Star Week, so there were Michelin people out judging them and trying to, they were obviously putting on a good, a really, really, really good menu for them at the time. But I don't think I'll ever beat that meal in my entire life.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
and I
And
actually can't
where's
even
that?
remember what was on it. It's just beside the Cathedral Quarter.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So just sort of near Duke of York, sort of around the corner. It's sort of hidden away. And the Muddler's Club, no, it's unbelievable. And it's like a tasting menu. So it was 6 courses tasting menu, and they did wine pairing. But wine pairing is a lot of alcohol to be drinking along with the meals. So you're basically drinking a glass of wine every time they bring one out. And it
No,
was a lot, but it was
no.
very enjoyable, I have to say.
Three glasses, and that'd be it.
Yeah, 6 glasses.
Yeah, it's three glasses. And as for abroad, then, what has been like your favorite? Like, what destinations have you traveled for specifically for food?
Oh, well, just for food. Well, I was in Bali over the summer there and the food was unbelievable, like
Mhm.
really out of this world.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, the food's going to be really good and I'm sure it'll be, but it was just so authentic and so different, which I just loved. And we actually found ourselves going because you can go. I was obviously doing the food blogger thing and looked around where's the best spots, where the coolest spots. And Bali is so much like Australian influence, so it's all cool, like avocado and toast cafes. And like, don't get me wrong, I did my fair share of that too, but there was really just like oh, they almost looked like little shacks on the side of the road, and the food and them was like out of this world. It would just blow your mind, and for absolutely no money. And it was just like that's just what they had every day. And we met loads of local people, and they said basically that they don't actually really go to restaurants as much. Like everybody, or sorry, they don't actually cook at home as much. They go out to these little places, and
Something I don't want to say what's your worst meal. I don't want you to kind of name any places, but has there been
yeah.
somewhere where you've got something and you're thinking, I can't eat this?
Yeah, well, I'm not that fussy eater, so if I'm saying that, like, it's pretty bad. But yeah, there've been some places I've gone where they're supposed to be nice, really, really, really nice places, and I just think I am quite adventurous and like basically anything. There aren't very many foods that I don't like, and I've just sort of thought, not that I can't eat it, maybe, but just that I'm like, why are people paying these extortionate prices? I don't understand. It tastes like nothing. I think that's worse that I can't even eat this. It just tastes like nothing. There definitely have been a few of those. So yeah, in that case, I just maybe wouldn't be posting about it because I just think again, especially if it's a local place, you don't want to say anything bad. You never know, could have been a bad day. But yeah, there's been a few horrors.
The avocado thing, right? So, what
Mm,
is it in the past couple of years that's just been such a rise? All that because I think it almost seems like years ago we didn't really care about food. We just went in, got whatever, and that was it. But now, like, places are so concentrated.
yeah, yeah. People used to be like food is fuel, and that's them. And yeah, no, yeah, it's such a trendy thing now. Like things really trend. It's what you really see it going around. Like it was avocados, like smashed avocados, so cool there for a while, and then some people came out and said, you know what, I've been eating avocados and I don't actually think I like them. And then that was a thing. And now it's hot honey. Have you seen hot honey everywhere?
No,
Oh, hot honey is
funny.
craze now. Yeah, there's just on everything. If you'll see it a lot in pop-ups and stuff around Belfast, it's like spicy honey, like chili infused honey. Unbelievable on
Right.
pizza. So
That
good.
sounds quite good. Yeah, because
Yeah, really,
actually
really
wouldn't
good.
I wouldn't have put spice and honey together. No, that sounds really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's like a big craze now, so it's
mhm,
everywhere. But I just think things like that go around and everybody
I
just
know.
starts trying it.
The things like avocados and all, like we tried the HelloFresh for quite a while. You get like your free trial, and to be fair, it's good.
Yeah,
Like it gives you the portions, and you don't have to do any work. That's what I liked about it. But
yeah.
it was when you had to cut in the avocado and just the feel of it. I just
Yeah, avocado's one of those things. Like I do order it, but then sometimes I think I only like it if someone's added flavor to it. Like it doesn't
I
actually
know. Yeah, it's very.
really taste of
It's
much.
like cucumber. Like it just doesn't taste like
Yeah,
anything. It's water. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
Just maybe people just think it looks cool.
I know. I know. That's true. Would you go into the kitchen yourself? Would you become if you could? Would you become a chef?
No,
No.
absolutely not. That was a quick
No.
one. Definitely. I have so much respect for chefs. I honestly don't know how they do it. I couldn't imagine a more high pressure situation. And like it's heat coming at you and people shouting quick, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. And you still need to be a high standard and you're on your feet running about all day. No, absolutely no chance. I would love to own somewhere and maybe like oversee, but at the same time, no, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, because I used to be obsessed with Gordon Ramsay's kitchen things, Hotel Hell and all the rest of where he goes into the
Yeah.
kitchen nightmares and so on. And I just thought it was all an act, right? Until I seen, have you been watching the hotel program? Is it the Hotel People?
Uh,
It's about like the Europa and Claudine
yes. Yeah, I
and
have
all
watched
that, right?
that.
Right. And the guy in the Europa, the chef in the Europa, where it
Oh,
just
yeah.
the amount of pressure that he's under. I honestly I couldn't step in there and do that.
No, I don't know how people do that day to
No,
day.
no, no.
It's not even just big occasions, it's like every
I know.
night.
Like, honestly, I would not look forward to my job if that was it, but he's so enthusiastic about his job.
Yeah, you
It's
must
just
have to
incredible.
really, really love it, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So, as for the Instagram then, what direction are you taking that? Is it just anywhere that you go?
Yeah, it's sort of anywhere that I go at the minute. If I go on
Mhm,
holiday, I'll put up stuff like that, but
mhm.
mostly, obviously, it's gonna be centered around places that I'm going in Northern Ireland, and
Yeah.
I like to promote and go to places that are really new and up and coming, and sort of share what I've liked in the menu. And then, yeah, I'll definitely keep going with the home cooking as well. But I'm not taking credit for the home cooking, and I do love the eating and the trying and seeing what's nice. So yeah, that's more my style with it.
Because when you say about that, like, it is the undiscovered places that I love because, like, we small places that you would
Yeah.
walk past and no one knows about
Yeah.
them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we,
100%.
I think we just love to see local places as well, on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, I know it's such a big thing now. They really are all over TikTok. And yeah, I actually only just got a TikTok for Sips and Tips last week. So it's very, very new, but it's so much fun to make the videos. So really enjoying that. But gonna need to get into the voiceovers with it. That's one step I haven't taken yet. So
Yeah.
that's the next thing.
Like all that, it is a full-time job.
It really is. It's a
It's
lot.
like, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I know. Well, it does. I know because it seems like, oh, it's a lot of going out and eating nice food, but then you have to think where you're going to go and hard work.
Yeah. And do you think you'll take it to the stage where you will give like reviews that aren't very popular, or are you going to stay
Yeah,
with?
to be honest, ideally, whenever I look at a food blog and they do give an honest review, I do appreciate it. Just for yourself, you think, oh, maybe I'll not bother, but at the same time, I don't know. I like it to be maybe just leave those out, like leave that whole review out. I don't know. Maybe that makes it not balanced, but I just don't like the thought of diminishing like a small Northern Ireland Irish business. If it was a bigger company, maybe I would take it further. Say it was like a popular takeaway or something, and you think that's not on. You would say, or just like controversial, like this McDonald's chip from here isn't as salty as this McDonald's chip, and it's not that serious.
I know, because like some of those places just can't get it right.
I
Like,
know,
if
but
like
that did come to mind because that is true.
it's ridiculous. Like you go through a drive-through. I'm not going to mention what one, but it's never right.
Yep,
Right? It's
100%,
never right.
always. And
Are
then you
you?
go to another one down the road, and it's way better.
What is your McDonald's order?
Quarter pounder with cheese and chips, always.
Nice. Yeah.
What about
Um,
you?
it's always the Big Mac, but well, it was the Big Tasty for a while, and then obviously they brought that
Oh, the Big
away.
Tasty was
So
actually good. It was the only thing I ever ventured out to.
yeah, or the Chicken Legend, and then just disappeared.
Oh yeah, I know. I never get the chicken.
Yeah, or
But
the
I do
who
like
gets
chicken
the
flex. But
the fish? Do you know anyone who gets the fish?
I actually said that to someone the other day. I've never seen somebody order that.
No, no. I'd be scared to order because you know that no one does order it, so you'd be getting the
Yeah. So
ones that
how long has
likes
it
to go.
been there?
I know.
Yeah.
That's so true. Give us your Instagram handle then.
Yeah. So it's sips and tips / and then Amy / McGuckin for mine.
Okay, we'll put them in the description as well. But well, thank you.
Perfect.
That's what it's all about. Just those random conversations. And
Yeah.
what are you having for dinner tonight?
Oh, for dinner tonight. I have no idea what's that. Oh, yeah. I know it's getting on. I haven't thought about it yet. Yeah, chicken wrap for lunch. So not that exciting, but it's midweek, so we'll
Yeah.
soon see. Hopefully, I don't go down the path of getting a takeaway midweek, but you never know.
Oh, that's a killer. Like yesterday being at the Christmas market, like on a Monday evening, and I'm eating that
Oh,
stuff.
it's
I'm
indulgent on Monday.
oh,
Yeah.
it's downhill. It's downhill.
I know.
Well, thanks so much, and best luck with the Instagram.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
No problem at all. And there goes Amy then. To be honest, I am now starving, thinking about everything from the Christmas market to even tuna and banana on pizza. Will I be trying it? Probably not. But thanks to Amy for coming on that podcast and for that episode. Sips and Tips _ on Instagram. We will leave that in our bio as well. So thanks so much for tuning in. And we'll be back again next week, of course, with another mystery guest that we stumble across online. Don't forget to follow us on our socials on Instagram. All the links in the bio, and leave a little review if you like the podcast.